Welcome to DejaDream.com. Dead bird meaning, ominous or not? As of recent, I've encountered various inquiries that sought for the dead bird meaning. Of course, it did pique my interest because it is quite unusual for people to seek some interpretations about the enigmatic world of macabre. When I am writing this post, it is the pre-Halloween season, so perhaps that could explain why people got an interest in dead animals and their potential significance. Honestly, this one is difficult to establish. After all, it is pretty normal to see dead carcasses. They are not unusual, as a matter of fact. Therefore, I can say that some encounters with the lifeless bodies of animals are just ordinary. But then again, there are exemptions for this. Usually, it is your gut feeling that can tell if a particular encounter should not be ignored. It just strikes you like a sudden realization that something has to be noticed. Seeing a dead bird out of nowhere can make some people perplexed and others, unfazed. If you are among those who feel that there's a certain weight placed in your soul after you saw a dead bird, then this guide is for you. Allow me to dissect the entire nature of your recent encounter. Dead bird meaning. One should know that various cultures in Asia see the bird as a symbol of immortality. Meanwhile, the Indian mythology indicates that the birds are the carrier of the souls that are departing from this world. In Christianity, the bird is said to be bringers of peace as the dove that flew from the Ark of Noah. Therefore, the majority of the interpreters believe that when you see a dead bird, it means that a particular person that you know or close to you has passed away. Evidently, that's an ominous way of symbolizing a dead bird. But then again, I can guarantee that it is not entirely wrong. I have several experiences in the past that have proven such interpretation to be true. However, others believe that seeing a dead bird actually brings good fortune. Accordingly, the vision indicates that a painful or troublesome predicament is going to end. For instance, if you are being burdened by financial difficulties, seeing a dead bird could mean that the situation will come to pass soon. As an interpreter, I tend to incline myself on the positive connotations of this encounter. All things work for good in the end. That's a guarantee. Furthermore, allow me to emphasize that seeing a dead bird doesn't always mean physical death. In fact, most of the time, it refers to the metaphorical kind of death. A good example is when someone failed to get the job that she wants. Another example is being jilted by a person you long loved and admired. All these predicaments are painful. They can make you feel that some parts of you have died already. A dead bird means that you are experiencing such painful circumstances. Or in a brighter note, the dead bird could signify that all of the anguish you feel because of your failures and heartaches will soon be over. New and fresh starts are just around the corner. Remain hopeful because these good things will surely fall to your life. Meaning of dead bird on driveway. Interestingly, there are people who are seeing for the meaning of dead birds being found on their driveways. While others see this as a normal occurrence, some just find it too baffling. Fortunately, there are answers to this question. The driveway simply represents your journey in life. It could represent your career path or your direction towards a particular dream or desire. The driveway is not actually the goal, but rather the way to that goal of yours. Now, when you see a dead bird in your driveway, it could mean several things. First, it indicates the necessary sacrifices that you have to do. No dream worth chasing comes easy. You need to work hard for them. And while you are grinding, you'll realize that you need to make some sacrifices or compromises. For instance, leaving your social circles because you are pursuing a career or study is a good example of this sacrifice. A good part of you will be killed so that you can pursue your objectives. The sacrifice could also mean leaving your comfort zones. You will sleep less, and you will lessen the time you give to other luxuries and activities that usually do before. Are these efforts all worth it? Well, in most parts, they are. After all, you are trading some of your cards to something greater. Of course, nobody could see the outcome of things. Failure will always be in the corner, too. But even if it does happen, the value of the journey can compensate for it. You are learning new lessons that you can use in other endeavors. Keep in mind that we are dealing with a dead bird in a driveway here. It is the nature of the journey that matters and not the other way around. Meaning of dead bird in yard. A dead bird in the yard of your house is hinting something. Fortunately, it doesn't really indicate something ominous. Rather, it serves as a reminder. Your yard represents your life and the things that you possess and value. They are in your yard because you put the importance of them. Now, seeing a dead bird in the yard is a reminder from your spiritual guides that you have to take care of the things that you cherish. It is practically simple, but in reality, it is hard to do. You see, we are living in a world where a lot of things can occupy us. Sometimes, they can drive us away from the people and dreams that we care about. It is in those instances where they become prone to being taken away from you. Of course, nobody wants their treasures to be snatched away from them, right? Therefore, you should do your best to avoid this particular situation. Conclusion. Overall, one could say that a dead bird doesn't automatically symbolize death and other grim and ominous events. By far, I see it as a reminder that you have a mission to fulfill or things to protect. There's nothing wrong if you will take heed of these interpretations because they will be for your own advantage. In fact, you should be thankful that you have received such guidance. That's it for now. If you have questions about enigmatic encounters, feel free to drop them in the comment section below.